Patricia Florissi. She's the CTO and Vice President of EMEA and the Americas at EMC. And among the various areas of specialization for Patricia is the area of human capital development. And you were speaking on the panel about this earlier. As you try to find good talent in Brazil, what are the kind of strategies or tools you're trying to use?
First of all, we are going to the universities, public and private universities, and we are looking for the entrepreneur spirit. It's a blending, not just the academic aspect, but also the entrepreneur. We want people that, we are looking for people that are actually ready to embrace the big enterprise as they would a startup. Okay,
and how easy or difficult is it to find this type of person?
I actually think it's challenging because it's also a cultural perspective. It's a cultural aspect to it. Sometimes people don't know they have the entrepreneur aspect, and because I think culturally speaking in Brazil, you are actually trained to either be a researcher or work at a company, and now we are developing, I think that we are still very nascent in Brazil, to have people in IT to actually start their own companies or to actually collaborate with enterprises or work within enterprises as if they were leading, taking more of a leadership role. I think that in the last 2 decades, we have done a tremendous progress in Brazil with the technology parks, with Porto Digital in the northeastern region, and with other clusters of entrepreneurship. But I think that we need to actually cultivate that more, even in the human capital that we work within enterprises.
So how did you and the senior leadership at EMC decide that having the entrepreneurial passion or DNA is so important for your company? Some people would argue, well, if you're going to have an entrepreneur, they'll work for 6 months, take everything they learn from you and go start a company.
And they will start a company, be successful, and then we will acquire the company later. So I think that it works best for everybody. And I think that today innovation is happening at a very, very rapid pace. And we need every employee to actually understand what is happening outside, how we can actually contribute from the inside, and if the best solution, the best way to address the problem is to actually spin him out, spin a group out and have the group be more independent for a couple of years and then absorb the group again, so be it.
Okay, so you describe this as perhaps a bit nascent, but are you beginning to see signs of how this is helping your bottom line or expand into markets or become more efficient by attracting this kind of labor talent?
Yes, I believe so. So one thing that you may not be aware is that EMC actually owns over 80% of VMware.
Okay, that's right.
Right?
That's right.
So let's look at what EMC has done with VMware. VMware was a public company. EMC acquired VMware, and then it put another 20% of VMware in the market again. So then you see a blending of owning, controlling, and then releasing some of the control back and giving it autonomy. So it's a big example, right, of what could happen at the macro level, micro level. So
you've had exposure, obviously, across the Americas and the professional business class as well as Europe. What is the special ingredients of the Brazil professional? This is something that's come up a bit in our conversations the last few days, and I just wondered what you think a Brazilian, what is it the unique contribution?
And I will try to be as unbiased as it is possible for a Brazilian, right? And I actually think is the creativity, and I think it's a word that is overused, but I think that we Brazilians are trained culturally to find a way out of every single situation, right? A lot of people say, oh, you have the jeitinho, and I don't know how to translate that, but you know, the Brazil,
Craftiness.
the craftiness of coming out of situations. And I think that when a new situation comes up, a new scenario appears, it's not that we are, let's say, confined to a certain set of rules, right? We tend to think outside of the box. I don't think that creativity alone is going to lead us to heaven. But I think it's, if you look from a differentiation perspective, we have the right blending of being creative, of not being thinking, let's say, structured in a way, having the freedom to, feeling comfortable to think outside of the box, but we are also very academically rich. Mm-hmm. I think that Brazil, the public universities and the top private universities in Brazil are very, very strong. So I think that we have that blending. One may argue we have not enough, we don't have enough, but that's another story. What we have, it's really good.
And you'll work with that.
Yeah, we'll work with that.
Good, all right.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. It's wonderful speaking with you.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.